Good day, everyone. My name is Cedric S. Zabala, and I am delighted to be here today to present on a crucial aspect of our DPA PA 3112 class. As a student of public administration, I have developed a keen interest in understanding the various elements that contribute to effective development administration. Today, I will be discussing some vital insights from the book Elements of Development Administration by Dr. P.B. Rathod. This book offers a comprehensive exploration of the structures, processes, and challenges that shape development administration, particularly in the context of India. For today's presentation, I will be covering 3 significant chapters from Dr. Rathod's book. Chapter 4: Organizational Aspects of Development Administration. This chapter delves into the foundational structures that underpin development administration, examining the roles and responsibilities at various administrative levels, from divisional to district administration. Chapter 5: People's Participation and Administration. Here, we will explore the importance of citizen involvement in the development process, understanding how public participation can enhance the effectiveness and responsiveness of administrative actions. And Chapter 6: Enterprises and Development Administration. This chapter focuses on the role of public enterprises in driving economic development, addressing their objectives, roles, and the challenges they face in the pursuit of social and economic goals. Now, let's delve into the first chapter: Organizational Aspects of Development Administration. Importance of organizational structure in development administration. The organizational structure forms the backbone of any administrative system. In the context of development administration, a well-defined and efficient organizational structure is crucial for the implementation of policies, coordination of activities, and achievement of development goals. It ensures that resources are effectively allocated, responsibilities are clearly defined, and accountability is maintained throughout the administrative hierarchy. Influence of British colonial administration on Indian development administration. The organizational aspects of development administration in India have been significantly influenced by its colonial past. The administrative framework established by the British served as the foundation upon which the current structures are built. This legacy can be seen in the hierarchical nature of the administrative divisions and the centralized approach to governance, which still play a prominent role in India's development administration today. Divisional administration. Structure and role of the divisional commissioner. At the divisional level, the divisional commissioner holds a pivotal position. This role is akin to a regional administrator who oversees multiple districts within a division. The divisional commissioner acts as a link between the state government and the district administrations, ensuring that the policies and directives of the state are effectively implemented at the grassroots level. Responsibilities in revenue, rural development, municipal field, and law and order. The divisional commissioner's responsibilities are vast and multifaceted. In terms of revenue, the commissioner acts as the revenue commissioner of the division, handling all correspondence and matters related to land revenue, including appeals and inspections. In rural development, the commissioner supervises and coordinates various developmental activities, from water supply to construction projects, ensuring that they align with the government's objectives. In the municipal field, the commissioner is the chief controlling authority of municipal institutions within the division, overseeing services such as water supply, sanitation, and lighting. When it comes to law and order, the role becomes somewhat complex. Although the commissioner is considered the head of law and order administration in the division, this responsibility is often shared with the police and other authorities. The commissioner also functions as an ombudsman, addressing public grievances and acting as the local court of last resort for administrative matters. District administration. Importance and structure of district administration. Moving down to the district level, the district administration is crucial as it is the most immediate interface between the government and the people. The district is the principal unit of state administration, serving as the focal point for implementing government policies and programs. It includes various departments such as police, health, education, public works, and agriculture, all coordinated under the leadership of the district collector or deputy commissioner. Role of the deputy commissioner as a key figure in district administration. The deputy commissioner, also known as the district collector, is the cornerstone of district administration. This role has evolved significantly since India's independence. The deputy commissioner is not only the chief representative of the government in the district, but also the head of revenue administration and the district magistrate. This position requires multitasking across various domains, including revenue collection, law enforcement, disaster management, and development planning. Coordination and implementation of government policies and programs at the district level. One of the deputy commissioner's critical functions is to coordinate and implement government policies and programs. This involves working closely with subdivisional officers, revenue officials, and other department heads to ensure that the district's administrative machinery functions smoothly and efficiently. The deputy commissioner presides over development committees, supervises the implementation of development projects, and ensures that government initiatives reach the intended beneficiaries. This role is vital for translating state and national policies into actionable plans that address local needs and conditions. To sum up this chapter, the organizational structure of development administration from the divisional to the district level is designed to facilitate effective governance and ensure that development initiatives are successfully implemented. The roles of the divisional commissioner and deputy commissioner are integral to this process, providing leadership, coordination, and oversight across various administrative functions. Next, we will explore the significance of people's participation in administration, which is crucial for enhancing the effectiveness and responsiveness of development initiatives. Historical context and evolution of public participation. Public participation has deep historical roots, tracing back to the direct democracies of ancient Greece, where citizens actively engaged in decision-making through popular assemblies. Over time, the concept of public participation has evolved, expanding to encompass not only political involvement, but also social and economic engagement. In modern democracies, especially in developing countries like India, the inclusion of citizens in the administrative process has become vital for effective governance and sustainable development. Importance of citizen involvement in development processes. Citizen involvement is crucial for several reasons. First, it ensures that development initiatives are aligned with the needs and aspirations of the people. Active participation fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility among citizens, leading to better acceptance and success of development projects. Moreover, it enhances transparency, accountability, and responsiveness of the administration, thereby reducing corruption and improving service delivery. Dimensions and forms of participation. Types of participation: decision-making, implementation, and evaluation. Public participation in development can be categorized into three main types. First is decision-making. This involves citizens contributing to the planning and formulation of policies and projects that affect their lives. By participating in decision-making processes, citizens can influence the direction and priorities of development initiatives. The second type is implementation. Participation in implementation means that citizens are directly involved in executing development projects. This can include contributing resources, volunteering labor, or overseeing project activities to ensure they are carried out as planned. And third is evaluation. In the evaluation phase, citizens assess the outcomes and impacts of development projects. Their feedback is crucial for identifying successes, shortcomings, and areas for improvement, ensuring that future projects are more effective and better aligned with community needs. Citizen participation in the development efforts of a nation takes generally two forms, namely, institutions and persons. By understanding these two forms of participation, we can better appreciate their roles and how they can complement each other to enhance the effectiveness of development initiatives. Institutions. This form of participation is of two types, formal and informal. Formal participation is governed by established rules and regulations. It involves institutionalized mechanisms that provide structured ways for citizens to engage in the development process. This form of participation ensures that there are clear guidelines for involvement and that citizen contributions are recognized within the official framework. Formal participation can take many forms, such as youth and women's organizations. These include groups like the National Service Scheme, National Cadet Corps, and Yuvak Mandals, which engage young people and women in development activities. Voluntary organizations. These organizations work in areas like education and health, contributing to general development efforts. Associations of specific beneficiary and interest groups. Examples include self-employed women's associations or farmers groups that work towards common economic interests, such as marketing. Religious, social, or cultural associations. Clubs like Rotary, Lions, and the Junior Chamber International, or JCI, often take on development tasks in selected areas. Professional associations and educational institutions. These include associations of teachers, doctors, or engineers, and institutions that undertake teaching, research, and social action programs. Informal participation, on the other hand, occurs without formal rules or regulations. It involves spontaneous and voluntary engagement in development activities. This form of participation is often driven by community needs and local initiatives, allowing for more adaptable and immediate responses. Examples of informal participation include grassroots movements and community initiatives, local movements that arise organically to address specific community issues, local volunteer groups and ad hoc committees, groups that come together temporarily to tackle particular problems or projects, informal networks and community leaders' influence, community leaders who mobilize and guide their communities in development efforts without formal recognition. Persons. This form of participation includes both representatives and individuals. In the case of representatives, it is provided on a board, committee, council, or commission whose members speak as representatives of various social groups, such as trade unions, professional, or other associations. For individuals, persons are invited or associated in their individual capacities to sit on boards, councils, or committees on account of their expertise, qualifications, and proficiencies. Representative participations seems to be the kind most frequently found in the developed countries. Individual participation, which is easier to practice, is generally found in the developing countries. Areas of participation: environment, health, education, rural development, and social welfare programs. Citizen participation is essential in various sectors, including environment, involvement in conservation efforts, reforestation projects, and sustainable resource management. Health, participation in community health programs, vaccination drives, and health education initiatives. Education, engagement in school management committees, literacy campaigns, and educational reform programs. Rural development, active participation in agricultural development, infrastructure projects, and rural entrepreneurship initiatives. Social welfare programs, contribution to programs aimed at poverty alleviation, social justice, and welfare of marginalized communities. Now let us discuss the various methods and conditions for effective participation. Methods: consultation, cooperation, and association. Effective participation can be achieved through various methods. First is consultation. This involves seeking the opinions and feedback of citizens before making decisions. Consultations can be conducted through public hearings, surveys, focus groups, and advisory committees. This method ensures that diverse perspectives are considered in the decision-making process. The second method is cooperation. Cooperation entails working together with citizens in planning and implementing development projects. It can take the form of joint committees, partnerships with community organizations, and collaborative ventures between the government and the public. And the third method to achieve effective participation about the issues at hand and the opportunities for participation. This requires access to information, education, and awareness programs that empower citizens to engage meaningfully. Second is communication. There must be effective channels of communication between the administration and the public. This includes regular updates, transparent reporting, and mechanisms for feedback and dialogue. Third is government facilitation. The government must create an enabling environment for participation. This involves establishing institutional frameworks, providing resources and support, and ensuring that participation processes are inclusive, accessible, and responsive to the needs of all citizens. In conclusion, people's participation in administration is not just a democratic ideal, but a practical necessity for effective development. By involving citizens in decision-making, implementation, and evaluation, we can create more responsive, transparent, and accountable governance systems that truly serve the needs of the people. Next, we will explore the role of enterprises in development administration, highlighting how public enterprises contribute to economic growth and social development. Definition and significance of public enterprises in economic development. Public enterprises are organizations owned and operated by the government, designed to undertake commercial activities and contribute to the economic development of the country. They play a pivotal role in developing economies by driving industrial growth, generating employment, and promoting equitable distribution of resources. Public enterprises are essential in sectors that require significant capital investment and long-term planning, which might not be feasible for private enterprises due to high risks and lower immediate returns. Political, economic, and social objectives. Public enterprises often pursue multiple objectives. The first are political objectives. These include ensuring national security, achieving political stability, and controlling strategic industries to maintain sovereignty. For example, public enterprises in defense, energy, and transportation are often established to secure national interests. Second are economic objectives. These focus on accelerating economic growth, promoting industrialization, and ensuring balanced regional development. Public enterprises are instrumental in executing planned development, generating employment, and fostering technological advancements. And third are social objectives. Public enterprises aim to achieve social equity by providing essential goods and services at affordable prices, reducing income disparities, and promoting social welfare. They also play a crucial role in implementing social policies such as poverty alleviation and rural development. Role as instruments of economic development, revenue generation, social development, resource mobilization, and public policy. Public enterprises serve as key instruments for economic development. They spearhead industrialization by establishing industries in crucial sectors such as steel, petroleum, and telecommunications, which are vital for national growth. Revenue generation. Public enterprises contribute significantly to the state's revenue through profits, taxes, and dividends. This revenue can then be reinvested into further development projects. Social development. By providing employment opportunities and essential services, public enterprises help improve living standards and promote social justice. Resource mobilization. They mobilize resources by attracting investments, both domestic and foreign, and by utilizing local resources efficiently. Public policy implementation. Public enterprises are often used as tools for implementing government policies, including environmental conservation, energy security, and technological innovation. Challenges and control of public enterprises. Common problems: organizational inefficiency, lack of leadership, financial constraints, and poor industrial relations. Public enterprises face several challenges. First is organizational inefficiency. Bureaucratic procedures and lack of autonomy often lead to inefficiencies in decision-making and operations. This can result in delays, cost overruns, and suboptimal performance. Another challenge is lack of leadership. Public enterprises sometimes suffer from a lack of visionary leadership and management expertise, which can hinder their growth and competitiveness. Public enterprises also face financial constraints. Many public enterprises struggle with inadequate funding, overcapitalization, and poor financial management, leading to unsustainable debt levels and financial losses. And lastly, public enterprises are also challenged with poor industrial relations. Conflicts between management and labor, strikes, and other industrial disputes can disrupt operations and negatively impact productivity. To address these challenges, the government employs various control methods. First is ministerial control. Government ministries oversee public enterprises, setting policies, appointing top officials, and approving major decisions. This ensures alignment with national objectives, but can also lead to political interference. Another method is auditing. Public enterprises are subject to regular audits by bodies like the Comptroller and Auditor General, CAG. Audits help ensure financial accountability and transparency, identifying inefficiencies and suggesting improvements. And lastly, parliamentary oversight. Parliamentary committees, such as the Committee on Public Undertakings, scrutinize the performance of public enterprises. They examine reports, conduct investigations, and hold discussions to ensure that these enterprises fulfill their mandates effectively and efficiently. To sum up this chapter, public enterprises are vital components of development administration, contributing to economic growth, social equity, and public welfare. While they face significant challenges, effective government control and oversight can help mitigate these issues, ensuring that public enterprises remain robust instruments for national development. Thank you for staying with me through this presentation. Let's recap the main points we discussed from each chapter. In Chapter 4, we explored the critical role of organizational structure in effective development administration. We discussed the influence of British colonial administration on India's administrative framework. Moreover, we examined the roles and responsibilities of the Divisional Commissioner and the Deputy Commissioner, emphasizing their importance in coordinating and implementing policies at divisional and district levels. In Chapter 5, we highlighted the historical context and evolution of public participation, stressing its significance in democratic governance. We also identified different types of participation: decision-making, implementation, and evaluation, along with key areas such as environment, health, and education. Furthermore, we discussed methods and conditions for effective participation, including consultation, cooperation, and the necessity of knowledge, communication, and government facilitation. And in Chapter 6, we defined public enterprises and their significance in economic development. We discussed the political, economic, and social objectives of public enterprises and their roles in revenue generation, social development, resource mobilization, and public policy. Additionally, we addressed common challenges faced by public enterprises, such as organizational inefficiency, lack of leadership, and financial constraints, and the government's control methods, including ministerial oversight, auditing, and parliamentary oversight. The insights from these chapters highlight several critical implications for future development administration. Organizational structure. A well-defined and efficient organizational structure is fundamental for implementing policies and ensuring accountability. Future administrative reforms should focus on enhancing the clarity, efficiency, and responsiveness of these structures. Public participation. Citizen involvement is crucial for the success of development initiatives. Encouraging greater public participation through effective communication, education, and institutional support can lead to more inclusive and sustainable development outcomes. Efficient management of public enterprises. Addressing the challenges faced by public enterprises through better leadership, financial management, and robust oversight mechanisms is essential. This will ensure that these enterprises continue to contribute effectively to national development goals. In closing, let us remember that the essence of effective development administration lies in the harmonious interplay of a robust organizational structure, active public participation, and well-managed public enterprises. These elements are not just theoretical constructs, but practical imperatives that can transform our aspirations into reality. As we move forward, let us embrace these principles with a renewed commitment to excellence, transparency, and inclusivity. Together, we can build a more responsive and resilient administration that truly serves the needs of our people and paves the way for sustainable development. Once again, I am Cedric S. Zabala. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your dedication to the important work of development administration. Let's continue this journey with purpose and passion.